in 2 states today, and John McCain searches for his second in command. We're getting the very latest from the host of CNN's AC 360. Please help me welcome Anderson Cooper. On CNN.
Well, you know, if I had the opportunity to.
You might kiss Wolf Blitzer?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
So, Anderson, we're having 2 primaries today, one in Kentucky, the other one in Oregon. What do you think? What are we in for here?
Well, if you look at the polls, I mean, Hillary Clinton seems slated to win by a big margin in Kentucky.
Right.
Barack Obama's hardly campaigned there at all and clearly has problems with the voters that she's getting there. And in Oregon, Barack Obama's expected to win.
Wasn't there a big rally that he had in Oregon with 75,000 people showed up?
Yeah, this weekend he had this amazingly huge rally. John Kerry had a rally there back in 2004 of some 50,000 people. This was some 75,000 people. It was remarkable.
Let me ask you this, Anderson. We were talking about earlier, what do you tell your child, your daughter, if Hillary doesn't win? Is it really a discussion we should be thinking about, what to say to our daughters?
I was listening to you guys. I mean, you could tell your child that history was made no matter what. I mean, either Barack Obama, first African-American president, Hillary Clinton, first female president, or John McCain, the oldest president. So, I mean, if you want to look for some historical reason, you could look at that.
There was also Jerry Ferraro was the first vice presidential candidate,
that's right.
female.
Yes. Right.
So
but I mean, I think Elizabeth's
too.
point, which is, you vote based on what you think is best for the country, first and foremost. I think that's how most people cast their ballots.
Well, now, Anderson, everybody's talking about running mate for Barack. Who is in the top list of names?
Well, it's all speculation at this point. I mean, they haven't said, and I've talked to a lot of people who talk to people very close to high-ups in the campaign, and they really are not discussing it. But certainly Hillary Clinton is a possibility, I think, for Barack Obama, and certainly a lot of her supporters
would no
doubt
Bill
like it.
Richardson?
Bill Richardson is another option people are talking about. There's also Jim Webb, Sam Nunn, some folks are talking about. There's a lot of different options. Joe Biden certainly is up there on the list.
Foreign affair.
Yeah.
Yesterday the White House debated an apology from NBC claiming that there was some media bias in how they interviewed President Bush. And, we've been talking about is there still that bias against Senator Clinton, people kind of attacking her because she's a woman, the things that have been said. Do you think there's a bias in the media right now?
The term the media is so broad and encompasses everyone from bloggers to conservative talk radio to network news. So I'm always wary when people say the media. It's not like we all have meetings, every morning I'm on the phone with. I'll tell you at CNN, I get as many emails from people saying we're biased against Barack Obama as I get from people saying we're biased against Hillary Clinton. And I think when you support a candidate very strongly, you see things through that lens and you pick and choose, what you think bias is. So on any given night, if I get about half the emails saying, I hate Hillary Clinton and half the emails saying I hate Barack Obama, then somewhere I'm...
there was some misogynistic remarks made in the beginning on MSNBC. I don't know about CNN as much. I mean, let's cop to it.
I don't watch MSNBC.
I know you don't, but I do. I do.
Let me ask you this.
It serves you right.
If Hillary doesn't win in both states, does this mean that it's really done for her? In your opinion?
It's mathematically the math is not in her favor. I mean, they will admit this. Her argument right now is try to rack up as much as popular vote as possible, and that will make an argument to superdelegates that they should to listen to that. Right. But the math is not in her favor, and after tonight. If it goes as expected with Hillary Clinton winning in Kentucky, Barack Obama winning in Oregon, he will have the majority of pledged delegates.
So
he will be very close.
So if she drops out after this...
She will not drop out after tonight. I think it's pretty clear she plans to go all the way through to the last...
Right?
There's 3 more primaries.
Okay, but she's going to have to drop out eventually, according to the math you're describing.
If you follow the math, yes.
Will her voters then go to Obama, or will they stay home, or will they vote for McCain?
That's the million-dollar question.
What do you think?
There's a lot... I mean, you look at the polls, there's a lot of her voters who say they will not vote for Barack Obama. I'm not sure how much I really believe that at this point. I think when you're in the height of a hard-fought battle, you say these things. It remains to be seen. But John McCain, I think, can get a lot of voters that would normally vote for Democrats, and I think you could argue Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, if they were the candidate, they could also get voters that might ordinarily go for John McCain.
Speaking of McCain, who do you think vice presidential candidates would be.
That's even harder. I mean, clearly Mike Huckabee would be one possibility.
He's trying hard, as is Romney.
As is Mitt Romney as well.
What
Joe
about
Lieberman,
what
people
about
say.
a woman on his ticket? That would give a little bit of a little slant to his.
Some people talk about Condoleezza Rice. She has said point blank she's not interested in that.
Yeah.
Joe Lieberman, who's actually independent but who was a Democrat, he's going around.
He was a loser last time. Why do you want to do it again?
Oh my God. Anderson, I just really quick. Do you think the spouses are fair game because they had Barack on there talking about lay off my wife?
I think when you have people out on the campaign trail as your surrogates, it's fair to ask them questions. Whether or not that particular commercial, which was by the Tennessee GOP, a lot of folks just said, look, it was badly done and it's not really effective. If that's what you're trying to do, there's more effective arguments you can make. I personally, I think you should probably stick more to the candidates than to their spouses or their children. But I understand they're out there on the campaign trail, so I guess in a lot of people's minds they're fair game.
They are fair game. Thank you so much for coming. We need you for another segment, Anderson. You can catch Anderson Cooper on CNN's AC360. We'll be right back. Not on NBC. CNN.